This is the Xavier's Voice.
This is the Savior's voice.
This is the Xavier's Voice.
Speak with ease, English please.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the Xavier's Voice Podcast. I am your host Kai.
Speak with ease, English please.
And today we are having an interesting chat about learning English in Thailand and the Philippines. But before we dive in, let's meet our guest. First up, we have Miss Rumbeer, who has been learning English in Thailand for a long time. Welcome, Rumbeer!
Thank you, Pikai. I'm very happy to be here. Honestly, I'm a little bit nervous. This is my first time to be in a show like this, brother.
Okay, please don't be nervous, and thank you so much to join me in this podcast, in this episode. And we have got Tim joining us all the way from the Philippines, where English is quite common. Welcome, Tim.
Hello, Brother Kai. I'm very excited to be here. It's also my first time to be in a podcast, so I'm very excited, but also quite nervous.
Please don't be nervous, because even though this is my second episode, but I'm still nervous, equally nervous,
Yes.
So please don't be nervous, okay? Before we start our discussion, okay, I would like to share a little bit why I invited the two of you to this episode, right? First, I invited Beer because Beer has so many friends from the Philippines,
Yes,
right?
exactly.
Beer and I have so many friends from the Philippines.
Yes.
And we can see that our friends from the Philippines can speak English so well, right, Beer?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Yeah, when compared to Thai people or Thai students, we can't speak English very well when compared to them, right? So, and Tim is like the representative from the Philippines, right? Staying here with us in Xavier Learning Community, helping us, teaching our students.
Yeah.
So we would like to hear your experiences, right?
Sure.
So that we hope that we can learn, from you. The factors or the things that you guys do to make yourself speak English very well. Okay, so first I would like to ask two of you to share some experiences of learning English. Maybe I start with Beer, right? Could you please share your experiences learning English in Thailand?
In Thailand, for me, I think English is not our first language,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Yeah. As I remember, when started to study English, we started to try to memorizing the English alphabet. Yeah. Actually with song too.
With songs.
But no phonic actually.
No phonics.
Yes.
Yeah. Phonics, like how to pronounce.
How to pronounce correctly. Yeah.
Correctly. So, how old were you when you started learning English?
When I was 5 years old.
5 years old, right? And do you still remember what lesson was it when you started learning English?
Just follow the teacher to read ABC like this.
The alphabets, right?
Yes, with Thai accent too.
With Thai accent, right?
Yeah.
Usually with Thai teachers, right?
Thai teacher, yeah.
Do you still remember how did you learn the alphabets in kindergarten, right?
Yes, in the garden, yeah. We just start say A B C D E F G. Yeah,
with
like
song,
this.
right?
Yeah, with song. And I think who can remember us very well is the best student for the
good student in the class, right?
Yeah.
So focus on memorization.
Memorization.
And what about in primary school? How did you study English in primary school?
School is a little bit different. Yes, we try to match the word. And try to put the blank with the vocabulary.
So the technique that most teachers use in your classroom, like they give you like a sentence,
Yes.
and maybe like a blank in the sentence, and then you, as the students, you have to fill up the blank.
Yeah, fill up, and sometimes matching the word with the picture.
Okay. So mostly about the sentence construction, about the grammar, and then memorization of vocabulary, right?
Yes, yeah, all like that. Yeah.
So can you say that in Thai classrooms, when we study English, we focus more on like grammar and also like structure of sentences?
Yeah,
like that?
exactly. This really focus on the grammar, and I think focus on writing and reading too, but without comprehension.
Without comprehension.
Yeah,
Okay.
just
No understanding.
just try to collect all the sentence, what they say, what they read, and try to memorizing. That is like that.
What about speaking and listening?
Speaking and listening very less of
Very little.
very little in our study.
Okay. But listeners, I would like to say that this sharing or these opinions are just our opinions, our experiences.
Yes.
We are not representing all Thai students or Thai people, right?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much, Bia, for sharing. I will come back to you when we discuss on different topics, right? But now I would like to ask Tim, right? Tim, like how, like in the Philippines, how do you guys study English? Because English is like the second language in the Philippines, right? So how did you study English maybe in primary school and also in high school?
Yes, brother. Of course, it's not our first language, just like Thailand. But I guess the way we are taught about English is that, as far as I can remember, we are taught focusing on reading and writing more. And I guess that's how we built the confidence at an early age. We are being taught how to read and write. Actually, it was when I was in kindergarten when I started to know the technicalities of English. And from there, when I was in high school, we are being trained to speak more and to learn the not really technical terms in English, but more so about speaking in front of the people. So we are being trained with that one. And when I was in college, I would just like to share that we are not being taught anymore about English, especially in my course, because I studied major in communications, and then we don't have a subject about English alone because we are done with that, and we are being taught just in an English language.
You use English to study, right?
Yes.
As the medium of study and instruction.
Yes,
right?
during my university days, because we were done with that when we were in elementary and high school.
Okay. So in university, you don't study English anymore. But then when you shared, like in kindergarten, right, you started to read stories. But in Thailand, like we start later than that. Like in kindergarten, we do not read English stories, right? Maybe in primary school or even in high school, we have in primary school maybe we have a bit, no? Like stories.
They support the student to try to read the story, English story. Just like the folk tale, like that. Yes.
Okay. And also, in high school, the teachers or in classrooms, you speak.
Yes, we are trained to really speak in front. And also because I was very an active student outside of the classroom, I get to speak to a lot of people because I was like a leader type kind of student, and I was really into speaking in public. So that's also my training, brother.
Okay. Thank you so much for sharing. No, so moving on to the next topic, I search on the internet and I try to find information about the differences and about the factors that make students in the Philippines or people in the Philippines that allow people in the Philippines to speak English well, you know, and also compare with what we have in Thailand also. So the first factor that kind of make people in your country speak English well and make us, you know, people in Thailand cannot speak English very well is shyness. They say that Thai students are very shy to speak English and very shy to even speak to foreigners. Bia, what do you think about this? Do you agree with this?
I very agree with this. Yeah, Thai student, yeah, very shyness. Yeah, especially when we was in high school. Yes, we have chance to presentation. Yeah, teacher asked us to presentation in English. Yes, of course, we fear of the to make mistake with when we speak in the public speaking. Yeah, is a little bit shy too when we speak. That's the reason. Yeah, for me, I'm very confident that you say. Yeah, for me, it's not my problem, but my friends, they really shy. I ask them, I force them too much to please speak English.
Okay. So you agree that shyness is one of the factor that make Thai people cannot do not dare to speak English. Okay. And also shy to speak with foreigners too.
Yes, too. We cannot start the conversation with their face because we don't know how to question. You see, because we haven't practiced in the class to just try to
just shy to say hi or shy to just start conversations.
Yeah, just a little bit conversation, just hi like this and then pass like that.
Yeah, I think that's also important, right? Sometimes you cannot just wait for foreigners to come and talk to you, right? Sometimes if you see English teachers or maybe people from other countries, maybe you have to be the one who go to them and then approach them and start conversations, right? And what about you, Tim? In the Philippines, people are more expressive, confident.
Yes, brother, definitely. I guess that's how we also got our confidence. All of us are being influenced by how other Filipinos are also very outgoing and very expressive especially in speaking in English. And as what I said earlier, we are being taught English at a very early age, right? And so we built the confidence at an early age, but not just in schools. We are being taught confidence at home and how we should speak English in our daily lives. I guess we are not that shy speaking in English. Yes.
And what about your experience teaching English in Thailand? Now you are a volunteer teacher in Xavier Learning Community in Thailand. So do you see that our students are shy to speak English?
As I started to teach them, brother, I actually have known their experiences when they were starting here. Of course, they were shy and all that, but I appreciate the training and I appreciate the way they really try so hard to not be shy anymore. Because at this point in time, I'm handling seniors class, and then I saw the progress of their confidence from not being here before to studying here. And so I guess the shyness are still there, but not really totally shy. Yeah, so and I would also like to share, brother, that in the Philippines there's also students. I also have friends that are shy, actually, that are introverted and also are afraid to express themselves. But the thing is that we are trained, and I guess that's the most important thing to do. We need to train people, and just like what we are doing here in XLC, we train the students to really be confident. So I guess it doesn't matter where you came from or which country you came from, as long as you as a student is willing to be trained. I guess that's the most important also.
Yeah. So we agree that being confident is one of the most important ingredient in speaking English, right?
Yes,
Okay, moving on to the next factor. The next factor is fear of making mistakes. Fear of making mistakes, either whether grammatical errors or like mistakes in pronunciation or like accent, right here. So what do you think? Do you think that fear of making mistakes is bothering Thai students or disturbing Thai students to speak English?
Yeah, actually, for the first topic, I already have mentioned it about the fear, right? Yes, it's very main problems for for the Thai student. Yeah, to make the mistake is our fear, I would say. Yeah, because we have when we have to speak in front of people, yeah, we try too much to collect the grammar, yeah, because Thai student, they really emphasize about this. Yes, so when we have to speak in front, when we have to like to speak like to presentation, yeah, it would be we have struggles. We stuck on it. Yes, because we want to make it perfect.
And I think one of the things also when we study in classrooms, we are encouraged. We are trained to try to try to be correct like all the time.
Yes,
right? We study English for exams. We study English to get scores. Right. So in order to get good scores, we need to be correct.
Yes.
Right.
Like we study for the exam. I would say that. Yes. And this is for me. Actually, when we have a mistake, when we make a mistake, we have a punish too.
Yeah. Sometimes we are punished if we make mistakes. Right?
Yes. Yeah. So this is some students fear of this. They are afraid to make mistake because we
fear.
Yeah. They can
afraid.
The student can cut our score. Yeah. So we try too much to make it perfect.
What about you, Tim? In the Philippines, do people care so much about like accuracy, the correctness of like grammar and grammar rules, and also like the pronunciation? Do you have to like speak in like those famous accents all the time?
Actually, brother, no. It's not that big of a deal if we commit mistakes when it comes to our grammar, our pronunciation, and learning there, we are allowed to actually make mistakes because making mistakes, we can be better if we are being taught the right way. And so,
So you are encouraged to learn from your mistakes, right?
That's correct.
Okay. And this is the last one. The last one, right? The last one is the cultural aspect. Yeah. In Thailand, we don't really speak English to one another. We don't really speak English with our family. We don't speak English with our friends, right? So the opportunity to speak English is very limited, right? So do you agree with that? That like Thai people, even though we study English together in classrooms, right? And we really want to be good at speaking English, but we don't speak English with one another.
Yes, I would say our environment is also didn't support us. Do not support us to speak English. Yes, and the accent is too like very Thai. You see, the Thai accent. And I think if we like make mistake, would be the they will judge us sometime. Or teasing, like make us lose our confidence too.
Maybe they will not judge or they will not make fun of us, but sometimes we just think that people will do that, right?
Is happen to us when we speak English. Or like no more times in Thailand we use Thai. We always use Thai. Yes, to use English is like unusual.
What if one day you like go to your friends and then try to speak English to your friends, what would be the reaction from your friends?
Yes, they would say me so fake. Unnatural.
Unnatural, not natural.
Yes, so that's the reasons why I don't want to speak English with my friend. Yeah, it would be that.
What about in the Philippines? Is it like normal to speak to your Filipino friends in English?
Yes, brother. It's very normal. We are not. I said earlier that we're not really shy with talking in English, especially at homes or even in our friends, and it's very normal and no judgments at all. That's why we can speak confidently, and even if sometimes we create grammatical errors or pronunciation errors, as long as we just communicate well. That's the most important thing. No need to be perfect at all using the English language.
I like that you if you are friends and you try to encourage one another, right? So you can improve together. So, okay. Now we sum up the points that we discussion. Maybe if I miss anything, you can add, in my summary. So first we talk about the experiences in learning English in both Thai classrooms and also in the Filipino classrooms, right? So we focus more on the memorization, Thai people. I don't know, maybe for you guys you experience something else, but for us we experience like this in classrooms. And also but in the Philippines you kind of focus more on reading, and also later on you focus on speaking and listening, right? And when we discuss about the factors that allow Filipino students to speak English well, and the factors that kind of hinder us Thai people from speaking English, the first one is the shyness, and we both all of us agree that this is the factor, one of the big factors that kind of affect us. Yeah. And the second one, the fear. And then the last one, the cultural aspect, the opportunity to speak English. Yes. And also like in the Philippines, people are more welcoming, more encouraging when other people try to speak English, right? So I just hope that in Thailand, people will be more like in the Philippines, in terms of learning languages, right? Right, Beer? So we hope that people will be more confident.
I wish.
Yeah. So, and then also we try to encourage people to not to don't be afraid to speak English, and don't be afraid to commit mistakes in front of people.
Yes, brother. And also encouragement is very important, brother, so that your co-Thai people will not be ashamed of speaking in English. And so we encourage them to just speak what they want to express, and don't judge. And especially if the person is trying, that's the most important thing. If you try your hard to speak in English or learn in English, that's enough already. You don't need to judge, if that person commits a grammar error or pronunciation error. Yeah, we encourage them. That's the most important thing.
For me, I just want to support team ideas that to encourage the people to speak English is very important. Yes, sometimes we lose our passion because of the people judge us. Like your accent like this, or your English is not good. It would be we lost our passion to focus on the English spoken. It would be very.
Okay. Now, thank you so much. Thank you so much for sharing with us, for talking to me, and also sharing to the audience and our listeners. So this is the last part of our show. I would like two of you, maybe you already said something very encouraging to our listeners, but maybe I would like you to add a bit more, what do you want to say to encourage our our listeners to continue speaking English, continue trying to learn English. Maybe we start with beer first.
Yeah, okay. For me, I just want to say, don't care about everything around you to like negative thinking. Just keep going on your English. Like don't care that much about around you. Yes, and English is very important. If you can speak it very well, you can find you can open minded your perspective. And for me, I would like to encourage you to continue and don't give up. Yes, and don't be shy to speak. Just confident and break your barrier and out of your comfort zone and speak English. We have to speak English at that time. This time it's our turn to.
Okay, thank you. Wow, so good, very encouraging. And Tim, how can you like say something to encourage like Thai people or Thai students?
Yes, brother. I would just like to say to Beer, that's very empowering what you said earlier. That's very empowering to say to your co-Thai friends or Thai students to keep going and break the barriers, because honestly, I agree with that, and really don't need to be shy or be fearful when it comes to speaking in English. And I would just like to say that all of us can learn how to be confident, and it's not something that we need to be insecure of, because all of us are not born perfect. And so that's why we're given this chance to educate ourselves and to be educated as well. And I guess encouragement is also very important, and to not let other people down. That's the most important thing for us, for all of us, to be confident and be just have the freedom to express ourselves using the English language. That's it, brother.
Thank you. Don't be shy. The keyword, don't be shy. Don't be afraid. Okay. Thank you so much. I believe that our listeners, maybe they are encouraged, and also they have learned a lot from two of you. So I hope that in the next episode we will get to talk. We get to discuss more. I hope that I can invite. I can have two of you in this show again.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, sure, brother. Why
sure.
not? Yeah.
So okay. Let's say goodbye to our listeners, but we don't like just say goodbye, we have a way to say goodbye in this show.
Okay.
So you say it with me. Speak with ease, English please. This is the motto of our show.
Okay.
Let's see.
1, 2, 3. Speak with ease, English please. Until next time. See you.
This is the Xavier's Voice.
This is the Xavier's Voice.
This is the Xavier's Voice.
Speak with ease, English please.